Once hailed as a modern breath of fresh air in the royal family, Meghan Markle's journey from Buckingham Palace to Hollywood has been anything but smooth. Public perception has shifted dramatically since she and Prince Harry stepped back from royal duties in 2020, and not in her favor. While King Charles III publicly expressed his love for the couple in his first speech as monarch, criticism toward Meghan has only intensified behind the scenes. Now, as her media presence grows louder, so does the backlash, with many questioning if her royal ties were her only ticket to relevance. Meghan's position in the entertainment industry looks increasingly uncertain. Industry observers have criticized her lifestyle show and questioned if she can match Martha Stewart's or Princess Diana's influence. The former Duchess's attempts to build a post-royal career in Los Angeles have met with several setbacks, making many wonder about her next strategic direction. Meghan Markle's predicted return to Hollywood faces growing obstacles as industry experts question her comeback chances. The former Suits actress signed with William Morris Endeavor in April 2023, but faces major challenges to secure substantial roles. Markle's acting prospects took a downturn after she left Suits in 2017. She struggled to land major film roles before meeting Prince Harry. No serious Hollywood director showed interest in casting her for movies or TV series. Her income dropped sharply after 2017. The chances of the Duchess of Sussex returning to the Suits franchise look slim. NBC Universal got approval to develop Suits Los Angeles, with episodes written by Aaron Korsh, the show's creator. Yet Markle's involvement remains unclear. A character named Erica appears perfect for Markle. Described as a 30s, black, SoCal native, and Harvard Law alum. Still, industry observers doubt her return to acting. PR expert Kieran Elsby points out that 3 months without deals after signing with WME is nowhere near the expected time frame. Casting professionals suggest her options might be limited to simple cable or Netflix productions, instead of premium networks like HBO. The entertainment industry hasn't warmly received Markle's recent projects. The Hollywood Reporter named the Sussexes the biggest losers of 2023. Her Netflix show drew criticism because it lacked openness and vulnerability. This made it hard for viewers to connect with her. Meghan Markle's return to the entertainment industry isn't shaping up to be the grand success she likely envisioned. Despite her royal fame, significant obstacles block her path. Her connection to the British monarchy limits the roles she can take. Edgy or controversial parts seem out of reach, as they could damage the already fragile image she's trying to maintain. This leaves her boxed into a narrow range of safe, uninspired opportunities. Even her potential earnings seem underwhelming compared to the hype around her name. Industry insiders note that star roles on basic cable shows typically offer around $125,000 to $150,000 per episode. Hardly the kind of payout one might expect for someone who constantly positions herself as a global figure of influence. Despite the criticism, there are some voices in the industry who remain optimistic. Former royal photographer Ian Pelham Turner believes that given enough time and space, Meghan will shine. Meanwhile, branding expert Doug Eldridge believes that America's second-chance culture could help her rebuild her image. But as the backlash continues, one can't help but wonder, how many more chances will Meghan get? And how much patience will the public have? So what do you think? We'd love to hear from unbiased viewers like you. And with the new way the channel is delivering content, we appreciate any feedback. If you're interested in any of the topics, feel free to leave a comment. Your opinions are invaluable to us. Now, back to today's topic. The situation looks tougher as Markle's former Suits co-stars gathered at the Golden Globes without her. The original series found unexpected success on Netflix and became the most streamed show in the US for 12 straight weeks. Yet Markle's path back to Hollywood stardom remains unclear. The Duchess of Sussex faces major PR challenges as media coverage takes a negative turn. A senior staffer's description of Meghan as a dictator in high heels in The Hollywood Reporter triggered a series of PR setbacks. PR expert Renee Smith called Meghan's response to staff abuse allegations reactive and somewhat defensive. Her strategy to have named staffers defend her publicly backfired and drew more attention to the accusations. Brand expert Mark Borkowski described their PR approach as catastrophic and said their actions looked like a bit of a knee-jerk, a bit desperate. Numbers tell a concerning story about media coverage. Among 843 articles published in 14 print newspapers, 43% showed negative sentiment, while only 20% were positive. Digital consumer intelligence company Brandwatch found even more striking results. 72% of 29,000 online articles about the Duchess had a negative tone. The tide has turned against Meghan Markle, and the numbers don't lie. According to the latest polls, public sympathy for the Duchess of Sussex has dropped off a cliff. Newsweek reports that her net favorability fell from a respectable plus 23% in December to a staggering 13%. Even more telling, the percentage of Americans who support stripping Meghan and Harry of their royal titles has surged from 27% to a hefty 45%. It's not hard to see why. Their much-hyped Netflix documentary, meant to tell their truth, only fueled the criticism. Major publications didn't hold back in their reviews. The Wall Street Journal dismissed it as a royal pity party. The Hollywood Reporter questioned whether it was even necessary, and Variety bluntly suggested their story was offering diminishing returns. Despite their attempts to control the narrative, it seems the more Meghan speaks, the less people want to listen. As public patience wears thin and the backlash grows louder, one thing becomes clear. The once adored royal couple's American dream may be fading fast. It seems that Hollywood princess Meghan Markle is losing her shine, at least in the eyes of the powerful friends who once surrounded her. According to PR expert Ron Tarassian, many of Meghan's high-profile relationships have cooled over the past few years, and the list of people who once considered the Sussexes their confidants has shrunk considerably. Tyler Perry, who once generously sheltered Meghan and Harry in his mansion, has quietly distanced himself. Oprah Winfrey, once a close ally, has now made questionable statements about her relationship with them. Meanwhile, George and Amal Clooney, who were guests of honor at the royal wedding, appear to have ditched the couple in favor of maintaining good relations with King Charles and Queen Camilla. Even more telling, Meghan's launch of her American Riviera Orchard brand has highlighted this isolation. When she sent a few jars of her limited edition strawberry jam to a select few, former friends like Oprah, Tyler Perry and the Clooneys were completely silent. Not a word of support or promotion. Did they realize that the glamour surrounding Meghan was just a facade, and that it was time to leave the Sussex Club? Princess Diana's former butler, Paul Burrell, noted that their circle is getting smaller and smaller. Celebrities have started declining their invitations. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom reportedly refused to attend Archie's 5th birthday celebration. Celebrity insiders say this distancing comes from stars wanting to keep good relationships with the British royal family. Burrell explained, "The true A-listers realize that Harry and Meghan's brand isn't as popular or as valuable to be associated with as the real royal brand." Sales numbers show Meghan Markle's writing career isn't going as planned. Her children's book, The Bench, sold just 3,012 copies in its first week. Meanwhile, Manchester United star Marcus Rashford's book, You Are a Champion, took the top spot with 10,564 copies. The Bench has sold only 8,000 copies in the UK market since its release. Penguin Random House Children's is expected to make big profits from their worldwide English-language distribution rights. The book didn't even make Amazon's top 200 bestsellers list when it launched. Tom Tyven, managing editor of The Bookseller, puts things in perspective. Picture books generally don't sell huge amounts starting. The aim is the long game, as picture books tend to have a longer shelf life than adult titles. Retailers started cutting prices just hours after the release. Meghan Markle's aura seems to be fading fast, and not everyone is surprised. Her book, The Bench, proved that fame is no substitute for real talent. Sales of the book have been struggling since its launch. W.H. Smith in Newcastle has resorted to buy one, get the second half price in a desperate bid to push stock. Waterstones in Piccadilly quickly slashed $3 off the cover price, and Amazon has slashed the price in the hope of attracting interest. But no matter how much it's discounted, it seems the public is still not keen on it. And Meghan's writing ambitions have been made a laughingstock by Vanity Fair, which revealed that her team has approached publishers about a post-Harry book. Although no formal proposal has been made, the idea is enough to make people see Meghan's calculation and desire for attention. Critics are not even impressed. Sophie McBain of The New Statesman bluntly commented, "It's shocking how bad it is. There's no plot, just a series of cliches about a father's love for his child." Claire Allfrey of The Telegraph called it a collection of cliches with bad rhymes, defying every rule of grammar. Alex O'Connell of The Times even compared it to a self-help book for emotionally deprived parents. Royal biographer Alexander Larman expressed shock that Meghan did not hire someone to write it for her, saying, "It's unbelievable that a professional writer could produce something so pointless." This failure has further angered the children's book author community because it shows the unfairness of the publishing industry. Celebrities like Meghan have easy access to lucrative contracts, while real writers struggle for years. James A. Lyons shares his own bitter experience of sending out 180 manuscripts over 4 years and receiving hundreds of rejections. Author Joshua Segal stresses that writing children's books is an art, requiring skill, practice, and discipline, elements Meghan's book is sorely lacking. The Guardian was quick to call The Bench a flop, despite being just 40 pages. The book came with an advance of more than $600,000, a figure that makes one wonder whether Meghan realized the difference between real and inflated value. The response from readers was no better. One Amazon buyer left a sarcastic review. In addition to the grammatical errors, my nephew, who is only 3, was completely uninterested in reading this book with me. In short, despite Meghan Markle's efforts to portray herself as a multi-talented duchess, reality seems to have proven otherwise. And if the bench was a litmus test for her literary ambitions, the result was clear: total failure.